Everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. Today, we're going to look at Ethereum versus the US dollar. We're going to look at support and resistance levels. We're going to look at some different indicators. So if you like the video today, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram. We have a free Telegram link below. It's 100% free. When I'm not posting on YouTube, sometimes I'll post some things on there. So try it out. It's free. If you want more help than what you see there, we have a paid one, and that is a private Telegram. And you get my personal tips and tricks a little bit above and beyond what I post in there, how I'm navigating the rest of the market cycle, and entry and exits, all that good stuff. So try us out there. If you don't like it, you can leave. There's no obligation. So try both of those and see where it takes you. Reading Rainbow. I don't know. So Ethereum, to get us started, what do we got? On the weekly chart, we like to start with the big picture. Then we can zoom in a little bit and see what the day-to-day is. So biggest picture for Ethereum. Well, if you're just looking at this asset and you don't know what Ethereum is, you would be hard-pressed to find anybody that could be bearish. I would like to meet an Ethereum bear. I don't know what they look like, but they've got to look pretty dumb. Maybe Jerome Powell. Just kidding. Not really. What if it came out that Jerome Powell had the most crypto? he was one of the whales controlling this in the future. We found out that. I don't know. Floats my boat. So Ethereum getting down to, actual crypto TA here. Where do we got? Well, look at this. 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 Right? Local top, all-time high. Come back, test it again. Come back, hold it as support. This is textbook bounce territory here. All right? Are we going to get it? I don't know. But you have the odds in crypto. That's all you have. There's no definitive what's going to happen next. Nobody has a crystal ball. It's just the odds. And the odds for Ethereum turning bearish would increase if we break below this, 1, and if we close the candle below the 21-week EMA, 2. So we have like kind of double support here for Ethereum. And more like triple, quadruple, right? You have support here, and until we close the candle below that, I'm macro level uber bullish on Ethereum. And historically, the past, I don't know, just 6 years, going into Q1 for the next year, Ethereum has done very well, both against Bitcoin and the US dollar. So we've done several videos on those as well. So until proven otherwise, Ethereum is one of the biggest bulls in the market. So what else could we look at? Well, let's zoom in and look at the daily. Do we have any info here? Well, we have our Bollinger Bands on. You might say, well, it doesn't look like it can help you. And I would agree with you. Not every indicator is always useful. Tips and tricks along the way. Not every indicator will help you. You want to use a multitude of indicators. The ones that are in agreement with each other help you make the decision whether or not to enter or exit a trade. So my point here is don't just have don't go by one indicator, and you might, if you don't get a pretty quick, initial, hunch on what something's doing based on that indicator, don't use that indicator. So this is the Bollinger Bands not helping us on Ethereum right now. However, if you could take anything away from it, this median line and that 21-day EMA are pretty close to each other. They will act as resistance. However, on the daily scale, not such a big deal. Let's go see what it looks like on the weekly. Do we have any other thing? Well, you got to take off log scale. So right now, we're getting a little bit more information here, right? Our median line, same thing, but this will act as support on the weekly. This is our 21-week EMA. This is our median line for the Bollinger Bands on a weekly scale. Notice the volatility is closing up here. That's what Bollinger Bands do. They just signify volatility. Usually when they're very close together, a bigger move is coming. Case in point, right? Case in point right here. Drink some water. So just throwing that out there. We're coming down to support. The bands are narrowing. Could we narrow more? Yeah, sure. Maybe we go another month without, a whole lot of price action. Maybe we kind of settle in, the aircraft gentle landing here, just kind of hold support. The bands continue to narrow, something like this. And then going into Q1, late Q1, February, then we start getting our peel away, and then price action just shoots off to Jupiter. Okay, next chart. The 5-day Gaussian channel for Ethereum. What do we got? One of the most bullish coins, certainly for the market cap, right? There's obviously no one with a higher market cap that's this bullish, Bitcoin included. Bitcoin's the only one. Could Ethereum flip? Just on a side note, could Ethereum flip the market cap of Bitcoin? Perhaps. Could I do it this cycle? That'd be a tall order, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does it next cycle. We could get close this cycle. We could get very close. We're within about 50% or so. So we will see. But my point on the 5-day Gaussian channel is Ethereum has not been in there since well over a year, 18 months or so, back in, summer 2020. So we touched down in July, didn't like what we saw, which is a good thing. You don't want to enter your zombie pit here. If you get in here too long, you can just zombie sideways action, right? So we're holding more bullish. The coins that are well above the 5-day Gaussian channel, which are, just random tip of the day, Ethereum, Avalanche, Matic. See, I got a list here. EGLD, Eagle, and Harmony One. Maybe you know of another that that's well above the 5-day Gaussian channel. You let me know. But those are the ones that I found. And what does that mean? Nothing. But there could be a potential, in my opinion, that these are the coins that will do better on the initial recovery. Once Bitcoin gets back above its 21-week and holds the support and makes that move back towards all-time highs, I think those coins that are well above the 5-day Gaussian channel now will lead said rally and perform better and quicker to the upside. So just my general thoughts. So Ethereum's still well above the 5-day. The 5-day top line starts at 3,200. We're still almost 30% above that. That's an excellent sign for the Ethereum lovers, myself included. What else do we got? The ADX and DI on a weekly scale, very bigly. Okay, the bigness, if you will. Going back all Ethereum's history, it's been much more bullish than bearish, right? And what you want to see on a macro scale like this on a weekly ADX and DI is these bigger crosses. If you go with me for a minute, how way back I said the past 6 years usually have a good Q1. Well, let's just look at Q1s, right? The new year, 2017, 2018. Okay, look what happens in the first part of the year, right? Bullish. Okay, 2018, bear market, so we'll give them a little pass, but we still tried to fight back, and Ethereum still tried to hold on, and it still could make a profit going into 2018. If you were to buy in December of 2017, you would have still 2x your money right here. So that was the worst performing, right? But look at the rest of the years. Going into 2019, look at the cross, bullish on the weekly. This is big on the weekly, okay? Okay, 2020, bullish. 2021, already super bullish, all right? And now look at where we are. We are very close to the bears again going in. So let's hope for a turnaround here, and divergence away from each other would be ideal, right? This is what you'd want to see. If I need to color code it, we can do that. See that red, and pretend this is green. And then you want to see said ADX right here. You want to see that curving back up with your green ADX or green DI going up this way. So the positive DI is the green, the negative is the red. Obviously, you can think of that as bulls and bears. So this is ideally what you'd want to see, diverge away from each other. You want the red just to stay down here. You want the green to go back up high, just very similar to what we did back in here. This is the ideal scenario. This is what you want. You want your ADX following. That's your power of that move. And this is why we had such a great, 2020, 2021 out of Ethereum. So that's the weekly. How about the daily? Let's go look at the daily and see if we can see anything else. So this is rough, but a lot of coins are right here right now, right? I don't think there's any coins on the daily chart that have flipped green yet. Let me know if I'm wrong. But I think Ethereum, we need to continue this. Look at the ADX. Look how high it is. So the bears are still pretty big. So we still got the Kodiak bears out. We need the baby cubs to get back in here. So we want the ADX first. We need the ADX to be losing power. So we need this to start coming back down. At the same time, we want these lines closing back up and we want to get a bullish cross out of these. And then once we do that, I don't know what the timeline would be. It could be another couple weeks. It could potentially still happen this year. But I would anticipate, maybe something more of a conviction, back in this area. It might take some time. So maybe these kind of come down and start converging slowly. And then we get that cross, going into Q1. Again, making Ethereum a great buy in Q4, going into Q1 of the following year. Make it 6 out of 6, make it 7 out of 7 years, hopefully this next year, 2022. So momentum. How about momentum for Ethereum? Well, the daily is starting to kick up a little bit, right? We're up 2% on the day. That's pretty good. But you zoom out and it gets a little bit more concerning for Ethereum on the momentum. This is your momentum of prices. So it's difficult to make a big explosive move when you're losing momentum on the bigger scales. So if there's one concern in all of Ethereum, this would be it. The bigger scales are still losing momentum in price. So the weekly, we're still going down. We'll see where this updates at the close on Sunday in a handful of days here. So I would guess we'll probably still end up going down. We could turn around sooner. I would like to see that. And what would it take? Well, we'd have to really get going here. On the daily momentum, we'd have to take out this high for number one. So maybe over the next few days, going into the weekend, if you see us above 55 on the momentum, maybe we do get a quicker turnaround on this weekly, and maybe we actually do in fact bounce down here. But we're still making kind of this lower lower low, which you can use that on any chart. So that is a little bit of a concern still for a macro term reversal. Still bullish on Ethereum, but we still could have a little bit ways more to drop before the macro level turnaround. And going back to the monthly scale, this is again more of a concern. Look, see the bounce off, going back down. This is the monthly momentum now. So we're still dropping. Could this go well in? Well, I would hope for a turnaround. So looking back at this, all of Ethereum's little history here on the stochastic, maybe this will kind of support us here. This kind of area, let's get it going. Kind of these, maybe we'll look back in, a decade from now and we'll see that just Ethereum tends to kind of run into like the turnaround zone, whichever way it interacts with here. So back in 2019, we kind of rejected off of that level. Maybe we look back at this in a handful of years and we see that, Ethereum likes to come down to these levels in the big picture and then turn around. So the monthly scale, this would be kind of ideal. Notice this is 2022 right here, right? And then here's 2023 already. So this is big scale. This is monthly time frame. So this would be kind of the ideal scenario. We get our momentum going back to the monthly scale. We're cranked out where Ethereum's like, 15K, something like that, give or take a couple K. And then, we come down again and, zooming out, we look at kind of our macro level bull bear markets. So this would be the ideal scenario going in. We peak out, summer, fall 2022, and everything, we're all happy and rainbows and sunshine. And then we enter our bear market and said 2023, and maybe that takes another year or so, and then we turn back around and this level, a lot of speculation going on. And then our next whole bull cycle starts sometime in 2024. So I'm going to sell this as an NFT later. So hopefully that helps somebody out there, or if not, at least keep you entertained. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we're still in fear. 29. We do this update every day. If there are any new people watching, I know there's not. We want to make a higher low, or a higher high, and a higher low, right? So we've made a 16 and a 21. We don't want to break 21. We want to make a higher high, which we just did, just slightly 28 back in December 13th. And now we just made a 29 yesterday. So what we want to look for next is a takeout of our 40 level. If we make a 41, then we're continuing the uptrend here. So I like, so far so good. We just don't want to break 21, and we want to break 41. Hopefully you follow. Quote of the day, quote of the week, same quote every day this week. Usually I change it every day, but this is kind of important over the last handful of weeks. A lot of people getting too impatient. Probably a lot of people selling. That's why prices fall. People are selling. Don't say you're not selling. I know you're selling. Stop selling. You never sell on the way down. You sell on the way up. You buy on the way down. Market gets that a little bit off. So just be patient. Mr. Warren Buffett says so. Car of the day, Ferrari 458. My favorite reality Ferrari. What does reality mean? Well, it's not, $3, $4, $5 million. So, possibility to get that is real. At some point, it's still a couple 100,000, but whatever. Maybe just one Bitcoin by the time this is all said and done. I'll just throw them a little little Bitcoin for a Ferrari. Call it a Ferrari coin. We'll see. That's my favorite spec. The black wheels, yellow brakes, yellow paint. Love it. You see the engine back here? You should know that. All right. I'll see you on the next one. That's Ethereum and some entertainment.